life of Christ, the gospel of Christ,
and his teachings.
the gospel of Mark is the shortest
Of the Gospels that we have, but it is very straightforward. No beating around the bush. He is very, very clear of his intention to present as honestly and as clear as possible this Christ who came to this world, the incarnation of God, God becoming man. In fact, in the very first line we have so to say, the program of his gospel. The beginning of the good news about Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Full stop. That is the announcement that Mark made. And then he went through gradually to describe to us who was this Jesus Christ who brought this good news, and what are the good news that he has brought. The good news is that started with John the Baptist. And here we have John the Baptist, who before Christ came was the last prophet of the Old Testament, and who appealed to all those who followed him and to all people who heard him to repent and prepare for the coming of the Messiah, to prepare the way for Jesus to come to this world. And the main appeal that John the Baptist did was forgiveness. Forgiveness because maybe he knew how difficult it is to forgive. And he sent his disciples to Jesus to speak to him and tell him, so that he is sure he is the one who has been waiting for. With a specific question: are you the one that we have been waiting for, or do we need to wait for someone else to come after you? He was not sure, as we are not sure very often ourselves about our faith. We have so many doubts. Don't be afraid. We are in good company. John the Baptist was the saint who also had doubts whether he was in the right track of living or not. And what was the answer of Jesus? He did not tell him, listen, go and do this and do this. Obey the commandments of God. He did not tell him this. Behave. He did not tell him this. He told his disciples, tell John about what you have seen, what you have seen me do in my life. What you see, my witness that I give you, is my program of life. He did not give him any words. He did not give him a direct answer to the question, are you the one? What you have seen, tell him, tell them. And then you will make sure by my behavior of what I do, you will be sure that I am the right one. And mainly Christ on earth has shown us by his life the meaning of forgiveness. Forgiveness is the most difficult thing for any human being to live. It is very hard to forgive. And so I think it's good to today, because in our life, we someday or other, we all have been hurt, especially by people we love or we have done good. If we haven't, one day it will come to us too. Every person is hurt. And it is the most difficult thing as human beings to forgive. And without the help of God, we can never make it. So forgiveness is not easy. There is no cheap grace or fix. What did Jesus do when he needed forgiveness, when he wanted to forgive. He prayed to his Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. This is the answer by his life. Being crucified innocently, he did not reiterate, he did not answer by violence, the violence, pain that he received. Instead, he said, Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they are doing. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, but we should never say, I forgive, but I don't forget. As by saying so, you are already setting your mind and attitude not to forgive. The wounds remain fresh and too deep. So forgiveness is mainly a change of heart, not a bad memory. We can never forget the hurt that we have received, a bad experience in life. We can never forget that. It may be helpful to remember also the point from which you have moved on, the occasion that began your journey for full forgiveness. Forgiveness does not overlook evil. We cannot say, okay, as if nothing happened. We do not accept injustice or naively accept that all is well when it isn't. We have to express ourselves. When Jesus was faced in front of Pilate and he was hit on his face, he did not say thank you and turned his other cheek. He said, friend, what have I said that hurt you? What have I done that hurt you? So why do you do this to me? He spoke up to his rights, and we should speak up also to our rights. Forgiveness is not indifference. When things are harmful and wrong, we don't just go back to normal business or business as usual and let the hurt and damage go on. We make sure the evil will not happen again. Forgiveness is not the same thing as approval. We can be forgiving while expressing our disagreement, as Jesus did. Why do you do this to me? I haven't done anything wrong. Express our disapproval of harmful behavior. Forgiveness is based on recognizing and admitting that people are always bigger than their faults. We don't define somebody and who they are by something they said to us or hurt us. They are bigger than that, bigger than their faults and their mistakes. Forgiveness is being willing to allow a person who has offended you to start again. We should never say, with him I am finished, or with her I am finished. There is always a chance. Forgiving someone is giving another chance to a person to start again, his relationship with you. Forgiveness recognizes the humanity of the person who has wronged you, and also recognizes our own humanity, because we do make mistakes too, and our shortcomings and our contributions to what went wrong. Very often things go wrong. We have also a part of that mistake. Forgiveness surrenders the right to get even, eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, as the old saying used to be. It means letting go of that and embracing the Christian truth that forgiveness surrenders the right to get even. Forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing, is the prayer of Christ on the cross. And especially under grave provocation from those who did it. If you are the Son of Man, come down. and save yourself. And Jesus did not accept this. Instead, he said, forgive them. Forgiveness means we wish the person who hurt us or the group of people who hurt us, we wish them well. This sounds rather funny. It isn't. When we forgive, we wish well to others. Basically, is letting God be the only judge, and so we commend them to God's mercy. Do unto others what you would like others to do to you. This is what John the Baptist appealed in the Jordan River before baptizing those people who queued up to receive the baptism. Don't do to others what you don't want others to do to you. This is the basic principle of our faith, forgiveness. If we follow this commandment of love that God has given us, we receive the baby Jesus who will soon, we celebrate his incarnation as his coming to us to save us.